We have more news today on the Samsung Galaxy Fold, guys. I don't know if you've seen this. It just popped up a couple of hours ago, but Samsung CEO DJ Koh is saying that the Galaxy Fold release will not be too late. So just like you, I wonder what that meant. So being a responsible citizen, of course, I was driving when I saw this and did not read it, so I pulled over and wanted to record my real-time reaction as I read this article and digest what Samsung has to say about the Samsung Fold again. I did cheat a little bit and looked at did kind of glance through this a little bit, and there was a couple things that stood out. Of course, Samsung plans to make to announce a new release date. Of course, we know that. DJ Koh said that they have reviewed, I will highlight this, have reviewed the defect caused from the substances entering the device, and they will reach a conclusion today or tomorrow on the launch. That's big news. That really is. That's huge. I am glad there's two things here, right? Number one, I'm glad that they're actually saying, hey, we did see that there's a defect. That's awesome. They're realizing that there needs to be a fix, and we're going to find out today or tomorrow. That's cool. It's it's either going to be great news or it's going to be horrible news. I bet they're going to fix this thing, and I bet we're going to see this thing sooner than later. If I had to take a guess, that's just sort of my looking into the crystal ball. I bet they're going to say you guys will see this thing in June. So hopefully all is well. But it says right here that the other thing that stands out to me that I kind of glance is that so first of all, Samsung plans to improve the durability of the hinges exposed areas. That is very good news for me, and well, for anybody that's looking at the Samsung Fold. So I live on a lake, and we have a sandy beach. So of course I'm not going to drop my phone in the sand and play with it and build sandcastles with my $2,000 phone. But you never know; it's going to get a sprinkle of sand on it. Here or there possibly, and you don't want that. You want to be able to kind of, gently, wipe it away with a towel or, blow it off or whatever you're going to do, but you don't want sand or something getting in that hinge and wrecking your phone. So I was thinking, well, geez, I'm not going to be able to use this phone down by the beach area or anywhere where there's any dust or sand. So this is good. I'm glad that they have identified it and they're actually admitting it, and perhaps we'll have some sort of fix that will keep junk getting in and out of there. The other thing that they've mentioned here, this is the other key piece, is that they are going to reduce the gap between the screen's bezel and protective layer. So as you know, people were trying to peel off the screen protectors. Well, it's not really a screen protector, but in one way it actually is. So my initial thought was, well, why are they creating such a gap where people are seeing this and wanting to peel it off, thinking it's a screen protector, right? My thought was clearly just run it under the bezel. And so I'm thinking that's probably what they're going to do. They're either going to run it under the bezel or so close up to the bezel that you're not going to want to stick your fingers in there and peel it off. So that is great news. Both of these things are awesome. It says we will not be too late. That's what DJ Koh says. Too late for what, right? They're saying here in response to the question if the Samsung Fold is going to ship within a month. I don't know. That's interesting. It says here, obviously, we all know this, but if the phone doesn't ship by May 31st, and customers have not agreed to move forward with their phones, that they will automatically be canceled. So I think that is kind of the killer date, because remember, the Samsung Fold sold out. So Samsung is not going to want to miss that date, because if they do, potentially half of their orders could be canceled. And as we get closer to the Note 10, I think, this is good for Samsung, right? Because people are going to go out and purchase different phones, but this is not good for folding technology. It's not good for the Samsung Fold, because as we get closer and closer to that Note 10, people are going to change their minds and say, screw it, I'll go out and I'll get the Note 10. I'm not going to sit here and buy a $2,000 phone when the Note 10 comes out with potential 25 or 30 watt charging and better cameras, better processor, the S Pen, of course, large screens, 5G, the whole 9 yards. So that's going to be a tough proposition. I'm, going to throw it out there right now, but I bet that I bet that the Note 10 is going to cost $1,300 at least, if not $1,400 for the Pro version. So that will definitely be starting to close the gap as far as pricing goes too. So just a few thoughts on the Samsung Fold. This is my saga. I've been following this thing since day one, and I've been very excited about it. So thank you guys for listening, and hopefully you enjoyed the new commentary today. If you're enjoying this, I'm going to post some new videos up, so please do like and subscribe. And I love the comments. I always respond. Have a wonderful week, guys, and we will talk to you soon.